Hello, and welcome back to Random Nonsense with Evan and Tony,
Tony and Evan.
including our special guest,
Nana.
Yes, Nana.
Yay, welcome, Nana.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a
Great.
pleasure to have you.
Mm-hmm.
It's been an excellent day.
It's been excellent.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, how was your day, buddy?
My day was good. How was your day?
My day was excellent. Shout out to cousins Nassim and Ryan and little Leo, and thanks for the awesome barbecue today. That was amazing. And we hope that your Sunday was as amazing as ours.
Yes.
Today's show is about absolutely nothing. The show's called Random Nonsense. Today there is no topic. So today's topic will be random nonsense.
And
as usual, if there's anybody who wants to chime in, they're welcome to make any comments. And our camera person, who's lucky to still be employed, will go ahead and transfer that information to us.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget to ask questions to our very special guest.
Yeah, I answer anything.
Nana's going to chime in with us today. So last time, if you tuned in last week on Sunday at 9 p.m., which is when we do this, Evan and I started doing something that we normally would do on our drive to school, and that was random rules, where we would just go through and make up like literally 100 random rules off the top of our head.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if you're driving down the street, avoid all potholes that have roadkill in them.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't, you know.
Can you repeat the random rule number 2? Because
I don't remember what random rule number 2 was.
Oh.
You know why?
Well,
Because
why?
I couldn't go back and hear it on the video.
Yeah. Can you make up another one since our camera person messed it up?
How about we keep it odd numbers just to make it fancy, and then
Okay.
use the random rule that I just made up as that.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. So we apologize for last week's muting.
Yes.
The only reason our camera person is still employed today is because she's union, so technically we can't fire her.
Mm.
And, she's AKA Evan's mom.
Yeah.
And my daughter.
One day we'll get another employment person.
All I can say is she doesn't shape up, she's going to be replaced by a tripod.
Yeah.
So what do you got going on this week, pal?
Nothing really. No one tells me anything really. So.
You know what's really confusing to me?
Yeah.
An empty bucket of poop.
Ah.
But then
no.
sometimes it makes complete sense.
Yeah. Because it's an empty bucket of poop.
I know.
So what do you do with it?
It's a poop bucket, but it's empty.
Yeah. No, it's an empty bucket of poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. It needs no explanation.
Yes.
It just is what it is.
Yeah.
You like that saying, right, Nana?
It just sits there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
Dig
put it under
into
your
it.
bedroom window.
Right. No, I wouldn't use it for
No.
any kind of house decor.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you keep that kind of stuff in the garage.
Yeah.
Or you put it on the doorstep of an enemy.
One time I had 15 empty buckets of poop at the same time.
What did you do with them?
I don't know. I just dumped them somewhere. I forgot where.
That's a lot of emptiness.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say 15 empty buckets of poop would be worth in today's day and age?
In today's day, probably 15 billion cents.
It's a lot of pennies.
Yeah.
Our camera person looks bored.
Our camera person should be grateful she has a job today.
Mm-hmm.
A job that doesn't pay anything.
Yes. Kind of like my old job.
What was that?
Don't you remember the investigative reporter for the WWB?
Oh,
Tony Gunk.
Yeah?
Yeah. He even changed his name.
Mm-hmm.
and how'd that go for you?
Great.
It went so great that he changed his occupation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And this is now what he does.
Yes.
Once a week.
With Tony.
Lucky you.
Does anyone have any questions for Nana, our special guest? She's ready for some questions.
Anything.
Do you have any, Evan, do you have any questions for Nana?
When How many times have you stolen a car?
Wow.
Actually, twice.
Oh.
Can you please explain those two stories?
Yes, actually. Once was a 62 T-Bird,
Mm.
and it was my dad's, and I took it out of the driveway and went to a place called Sovie's Island up in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, what it is a big swamp.
Ah.
Why
And
would you take a car to a swamp?
Because I was in high school, and that's what we did. It was either go up and down Broadway Street and play Chinese, we're going running around the car thing in the middle of Broadway. What do they call that?
Chinese running around the car thing?
Yeah, that thing. Whatever.
Chinese fire drill.
Fire drill, yes.
What's a Chinese fire drill?
Well, everybody, you stop at the red light, and everybody gets out and